Hi, this is Elaine. Today's story is part 1 of Elise, Maggie and the Three Musketeers. So before I begin with the story, how about you get yourself really comfortable? Move your legs. Move your arms around, get them in just the right position. Move your head so that it's supported by the pillow. Pull the covers up if it's cold. Or maybe you have a sheet if it's hot. Make sure you have whatever you need around you so that you can listen to this story without worrying about anything. The story is to help you relax and calm your mind and body, and also to help you sleep. Hopefully, a deep, long, and easy sleep. Now, if you have listened to me before, you know I always help you to breathe a little bit deeper and longer than normal. And I always start my videos doing this. For those of you who are listening for the first time, breathing is something that is really good for relaxing the body and calming the mind. And when you do it with me, you'll notice how much better you feel. And you can always do this anytime you feel sad or upset or worried about anything. So the first thing I want you to do is take a nice deep breath in through your nose like this. And then blow out through your mouth like this. Okay, I'll do it again. Breathe in like this. Out like this. Now you do it with me. So breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. I think you're very good at this. And how about one last time before we begin the story? So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now I wonder if you feel just a little bit calmer, a little more relaxed than you felt just a moment ago. Now at this point, you might decide to let your eyes close. Because when you close your eyes, you seem to be able to imagine things better. But if you want to leave them open for the moment, that's okay too. And if you fall asleep before the end of this story, that's perfectly fine, because you can always listen again tomorrow. So are you ready for the story? So now you can use that wonderful imagination of yours and imagine that you can hear the rain pitter-pattering on the window. Maybe you can hear the wind howling outside. You are so warm and comfortable in bed. snuggled down under the doona or duvet or sheet. And let the pictures in your mind take you away to a far-off place in a magical forest, where there is a little girl called Elise and her best friend Maggie, the dog. Now they live in an old rickety house with an old witch who was very mean and made Elise do everything for her. You see, when Elise was little, the witch cast a spell on Elise to make her stay and work for her. But the old witch does not know about Maggie, as Maggie is invisible to her, but very real to Elise. In fact, Maggie is the only thing that makes Elise happy. She loves her little dog very much. Elise works very hard. She has to clean up after the witch. And she's really messy, just dropping her things on the floor. Elise also has to wash the floors and make all the meals, fetch the water, weed the garden. She works so hard every single day. And today she starts the day by fetching water from the well and then repairing the old witch's broomstick. And later on she'll collect some herbs and plants to make the witch's potions. The only thing that keeps Elise happy is Maggie, who is with her all the time. Elise is dressed in rags and has no proper shoes. But sometimes she spends her days sewing and darning the witch's clothes. She longs to escape. And then one day, when the witch was out casting some spells, there was a knock on the door. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Elise went to the door and opened the door, and there, standing in front of her, were 3 strange-looking mice, all dressed in shiny boots, hats with feathers, and had swords hanging from their belts. "Hi there, we're the 3 Musketeers, and I'm Sebastian," said the brown mouse. "We have come a very long way and wondered if you would have any food and maybe a bed for the night." Now Maggie was a bit wary of these strange-looking mice, but Elise did not hesitate and invited them to come in. "Please sit down. I'm Elise and this is Maggie." "Woof," said Maggie, still not sure about these visitors. "Thank you so much," said Sebastian. "This is Fleur and he's Jamie. We have been travelling for many, many days. You see, we're looking for a very mean old witch who has been casting bad spells on people and animals. Do you know anyone like this?" Elise stood up and said, "Yes, in fact, I do. I live with an old witch who put a spell on me many years ago, and I have to work every day for her. She lives right here." And she goes out every day and puts spells on other people. I know she does," said Elise. "Where is she today?" asked Fleur. "She's probably out casting those spells again then." Elise made some pumpkin soup for the 3 hungry mice and cut up some bread with some creamy yellow cheese. "Yum," said Jamie. "I was really hungry." And they wolfed down the soup, the bread and the cheese, and then they drank some water as they all sat around the fire. "The witch will be back soon," said Elise, "but I know somewhere that you can stay tonight." Fleur took a box out of her pocket and gave it to Elise. "This is to thank you for being so kind," said Fleur. "Open the box." Elise was so excited as she had never had a present before. And when she opened the box, she saw the most beautiful blue and white dolphin sitting neatly on some tissue paper in the box. It was the most beautiful thing she had ever seen. And as she moved, it glittered and shone. "This is now your magic dolphin," said Fleur. "It is very special, and you should keep it close to you. It will give you 3 wishes, but you need to use the wishes wisely." Elise was so happy with her dolphin and thanked the 3 mice for their generous gift. "I think we should go before the witch gets back," said Sebastian, "and we will talk about what to do in the morning." "Come with me," said Elise. And she and Maggie led the 3 mice down a path to a little cave at the side of the hill. This was a place that Elise and Maggie go when they need to be alone or get away. "This is a safe place and you can sleep here," said Elise. The 3 mice thanked Elise and Maggie, who was now feeling a bit more comfortable with the strange-looking mice. "I will come back in the morning," said Elise, "and we can talk then." Elise held her dolphin close to her and said good night. "What are you going to wish for?" said Maggie. "I really don't know," said Elise. "But Fleur said I need to use my wishes wisely." Meanwhile, in the cave, Sebastian, Fleur and Jamie had all snuggled down together and were slowly falling asleep. Each giving a little yawn. And soon they were all fast asleep. Their bellies full and glad that they had found the nasty old witch who they will deal with tomorrow. As Elise and Maggie got back to the old broken down house, the mean and nasty witch had just arrived home. "Where have you been?" she shouted. "Where's my dinner? And you need to mend my broom and put these herbs away." Elise did what the old witch asked, and Maggie sat close to the fire with a sad face. She hated the way the witch treated Elise, who was such a kind and caring girl. She did not deserve this. That night, after the witch had gone to bed and all the chores were done, Elise climbed into bed with Maggie by her side. Elise looked down at her hands, and her nails were broken and flaky. Her hands were red and sore from the scrubbing. Her skin was dry and itchy, and her hair was dirty and lanky because there was no soap to wash. "I think," said Maggie, "that you should use one wish to transform your skin, your hands and your hair into the way they should be. They would have been if you had not been working for the witch so hard every day." "But if I do that, the witch will see and make me work harder," said Elise. "Let's make it so that your skin and hair change whenever you're away from the witch so she won't know," said Maggie. "It will make you feel so good, and you really deserve to feel good about you." "You are so beautiful on the inside, and I want you to feel beautiful on the outside too." So Elise took the dolphin in her hands and made a wish for smooth skin, shiny hair, and strong, long nails, but only when the witch wasn't around. And almost immediately there were sparks and flashes of light, and Elise's skin became smooth and her nails grew long and beautiful and her hair became clean and shiny. "Oh my goodness," said Maggie, "you look lovely." Elise felt better, not just because her skin was smooth and her nails were long and her hair was shiny, but she felt good about herself. She felt confident and knew that she could be strong tomorrow when she would have to help the Three Musketeers. "It's time to go to bed now, Maggie. Cuddle up beside me." And she pulled the covers up, feeling wonderful. Maggie, of course, was snuggled up to her and she felt very safe. In fact, she felt better than she'd felt in a long, long time. And she knew that she had used her first wish wisely. She needed courage and confidence to be able to deal with this situation tomorrow. Very soon she was beginning to yawn. And she noticed that Maggie was already asleep. She felt herself moving into a deep sleep. So sleepy now. So deep. Dreaming of her life when she will be free. So sleepy. So sleepy. Night night.